Next matchup, we got Wake Forest versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame opening up as a 24.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 46.5. Wake Forest coming into this matchup 4-6. Notre Dame 7-3. Head-to-head, Notre Dame 5-0. Quarterback. Wake Forest dealing with quarterback issues. Michael Curtin going to start. They've had quarterback issues all season long. Wake Forest on a 3-game losing streak, coming off an NC State loss. Notre Dame coming off a Clemson loss, tough Clemson loss. But yeah, Sam Hartman, his revenge game against his old school. I think they should dominate this Wake Forest team, who's looked horrible. Give me Notre Dame minus 24.5 at home. Next matchup, we got Minnesota versus Ohio State. Ohio State opening up as a 27.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 49. Minnesota coming into this matchup 5-5. Ohio State 10-0. Head-to-head, Ohio State's 10-0 here. They've been dominant head-to-head. Minnesota on a 2-game losing streak, coming off of Purdue, a bad Purdue loss. Purdue put up 49 on Minnesota. I don't even want to know what Ohio State's going to do to them. Ohio State coming off a 38-3 win against Michigan State here. And this is a team that beat Purdue 41-7. So it's just not looking good for Minnesota here. 0-6 on the road against Ohio State. Yeah, give me Ohio State minus 27.5 at home. Next matchup, we got Oklahoma State versus Houston. Oklahoma State opening up as a 6.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 58.5. Oklahoma State coming into this matchup 7-3. Houston 4-6. Head-to-head, Houston 2-1 in their last 3 head-to-head meetings. Oklahoma State coming off a 45-3 loss against UCF. Crazy, they're on a 5-game winning streak, coming off an Oklahoma win and put up 3 points against UCF. That was kind of crazy. Houston coming off a Cincinnati loss. It's been rough for Houston this year. I just don't trust Oklahoma State after that game against UCF. I mean, we just don't know what we're going to see from Oklahoma State. I'm going to buy a point. Give me Houston plus 7.5 at home. Next matchup, we got Oregon versus Arizona State. Oregon opening up as a 25-point road favorite with the over-under at 53.5. Oregon coming into this matchup 9-1. Arizona State 3-7. Head-to-head, Oregon 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Yeah, Oregon coming off a big USC win. Arizona State coming off a big UCLA win, 17-7. Oregon, they're 11-2 against Arizona State, 6-2 on the road against Arizona State here. I think they should be able to dominate this Sun Devils team. Give me Oregon minus 25 on the road. Next matchup, we got Kansas State versus Kansas. Kansas State opening up as a 10-point road favorite with the over-under at 57. Both teams coming into this matchup 7-3. Head-to-head, though, Kansas State's 10-0. 7-3 covering the spread. Kansas State coming off a big Baylor win, 59-25. Kansas coming off a tough Texas Tech loss, 16-13. Jason Bean's questionable. Remember, he was hurt, and then they had the other quarterback in. That's why their offense really struggled. Jalen Daniels is out. Kansas State, they've been dominant against Kansas. 6-0 on the road against Kansas here. Yeah, the quarterback issues aren't good for Kansas. I think I'm going to have to take Kansas State minus 10 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got Florida versus Missouri. Missouri opening up as an 11-point home favorite with the over-under at 57.5. Florida coming into this matchup 5-5. Missouri 8-2. Head-to-head, split down the middle. Both teams 5-5 here. Don't see any major injuries in this matchup. Florida on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a bad LSU loss. This defense has given up a lot of points. 52-39, 43-39. Missouri can put up points, coming off a 36-7 win against Tennessee here. Florida 2-10 on the road, where they've been horrible. 2-4 covering against Missouri. Missouri's hot. I mean, they're playing great. Best they've been in a long time. Give me Missouri minus 11 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got Washington versus Oregon State. Oregon State opening up as a 1.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 62. Washington coming into this matchup 10-0. Oregon State 8-2. Head-to-head, Washington 9-1. They've been dominant head-to-head here. Obviously, undefeated season on the line, coming off a big Utah win. Oregon State coming off a huge Stanford win. I mean, both teams playing good this season. Oregon State's only losses was to Washington State, which is making that loss look pretty bad with how bad Washington State's been. And then coming off an Arizona loss, which Arizona is respectable. But yeah, Washington 10-1 against Oregon State. This is going to be a battle. And you're getting the undefeated team as an underdog on the road. Maybe it's a sucker bet and it's a trap game. Give me Washington plus 1.5 and money line on the road to keep their season alive. Next matchup, we got Georgia State versus LSU. LSU opening up as a 31.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 74. Georgia State coming into this matchup 6-4. LSU 7-3. These teams have not played each other before. Georgia State on a three-game losing streak, coming off an App State loss. LSU coming off a big Florida win, 52-35. Georgia State just 1-4 against the SEC. LSU 18-1 against the Sun Belt, 4-1 covering the spread. They should be able to dominate this Georgia State team. Give me LSU minus 31.5 at home. Then the last matchup, we got Texas versus Iowa State. Texas opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 46. Texas coming into this matchup 9-1. Iowa State 6-4. Head-to-head, Texas is 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Texas on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a big TCU win. Iowa State coming off a big BYU win. But yeah, Texas 14-5 against Iowa State. They're 6-0 on the road right now. Iowa State playing well. Much more on the line for this Texas team. Going to be a tough task to beat Texas. I'm going to buy a point. Give me Texas minus 6.5 and money line on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.